I'm Brad Davis, and welcome to the Cowhill Express Writers Night.
And we ran off to the Blue Ridge Mountains for one weekend, and we were on our way back, and as we were driving along, we were yakking and laughing, and we got to talking about all the advice that we had gotten as we were growing up. You know, important things like don't cross your eyes with a stick that way. You know, medical advice, don't scratch her, it won't get well. And then we were laughing about the one that we had gotten, and I'm sure y'all have heard this too, and having been in the medical profession for a long time up to then, and had worked in several emergency rooms up to that point, it was all the more funny, and I had to write a song about it. So this is called the ER. Well, I remember growing up, from a baby to a pup, to the full-grown man I finally became. Through the smiles and miles and years, all the laughter and the tears, all the wisdom that my folks ought to explain. Be honest and be true in each and everything you do. Save your money, do your work, and say your prayers. But the one I most recall, the biggest jewel of all, is don't leave the house without clean underwear. Now who checks the undies in the ER? Is it something that they studied for years? Now does it happen at the scene, or is it somewhere in between that fills every mother's heart with fear? You could be shot, stabbed, or mangled in an auto, blown up, accosted, chewed up by machines. But mothers dread it to this day when the doctors come to say he's okay, but his underwear's not clean. Now as I've grown and asked around, there are others I have found who receive these words of wisdom from their kin. And we've sat and we've discussed, and we've often even cussed. It really makes a difference in the end. Cause when you're traveling down the road with a light or heavy load, and the world explodes around you, I declare, your drawers can be as white as snow, but when you're frightened, you just go. And you're never gonna have clean underwear. Now who checks the undies in the ER? Is it something that they studied for years? Now does it happen at the scene, or is it somewhere in between that fills every mother's heart with fear? You could be shot, stabbed, or mangled in an auto, blown up, accosted, chewed up by machines. But mothers dread it to this day when the doctors come to say he's okay, but his underwear's not clean. But mothers dread it to this day when the doctors come to say, well, he's okay, but his underwear's not clean.